Is the Scarlet Legion truly number one, or is it due to Babbel's flop? Okay, and you can account to that being lucky, that Babbel was so toxic they got, you know, J-damned, and all that stuff. We have our own opinions, and we'll share it as we, you know, while we go through this poll. But the poll, 48% say yes, baby. I still don't know what I was thinking in yes, baby. Like, I was thinking, are they truly number one? I think that's where I was going, and then heck no, as in that's the Babbel portion, like. No, because Babbel, you know, got exploded. That's the only reason. So there it is, 48% to 52%. 50 votes. That's actually pretty good for a poll on CouchCat. Usually we get like no one. It is a close vote, but I think the comments is where it truly shines here.
Oh my god.
And we're just going to go one by one and break this down because why the frick not? It's hilarious. So obviously this is Librarian, and they say Babbel couldn't keep up even when they offered to sponsor people, but TSL will get 232 million just to show EXP, just to show that we'd beat Babbel even if they didn't quit. And then you have Play for Fun saying say it. So I thought that was really interesting. And I honestly believe, from just all the stat, you know, being stat driven,
right,
with CrazyFi's weekly stats, with every progression we've shown every Thursday with the SGL, I'm just going to come out and say that TSL was going to get number one. I just with the way the numbers were going, and it could have been just by maybe just a little bit more EXP than Babbel, but they were going to overtake Babbel, and I truly believe that. So this was bound to happen. And I'm saying that now because, man, the comments get even better.
Yeah,
but CrazyFi,
very tame of a comment.
Yeah, this is the tamest one.
Yeah.
But CrazyFi, any thoughts on this one, or do you want to go to the next?
I like their response here, right? Like, people will get covered later. Like, people are like, oh, it's because I got sanctioned, blah blah blah. But you know, just to prove, TSL can prove that they are better than Babbel by gaining more than Babbel's ever gained, and you see that in the weekly guild stats. I do want to say. In my weekly guild stats, I think I had TSL at like 36 mil. I don't do reset to reset because I got to give myself time to record and everything. But Tansy provided screenshots, and TSL earned 40.9 mil guild EXP from reset to reset, which
That's
is insane to me. Yeah, 40 mil, says Caveman. Yep. Absolutely wild. So congrats to TSL on that. I don't think Babbel's ever hit 40 mil off the top of my head. I don't think so. Which, I mean, absolutely insane to me. So that alone, like, you could compare, right, and say like, oh, sanctions, blah blah blah, but like, just by the numbers alone, like, no one's gotten there before. So congrats.
Yeah, that's huge. I wish that was a milestone that could be captured natively in game.
Yeah.
As like a giant achievement, you know, kind of like how the SGLs now have badges tied to them, in our community voting award badge.
Hey, look at that.
That was still kind of confusing to us, but yeah, that's a stat I would love to flex, you know, as a guild leader in a guild you know, a warrior within the guild, grinding the EXP. But yeah, so read the next comment.
Sure.
Because it's our very own Cutie Booty YouTube mod.
Cutie says, TSL pushed hard with Babbel contending. TSL pulled ahead and Babbel went PvE. I'd say it's a pretty good Babbel win.
with the old school SimpleMMO sword flash.
I love those old school swords. Please bring them back.
Yeah. And there's Amelia, you know, agreeing. And Amelia's the newest YouTube mod. So if she was here, I was gonna shout her out, but you know, we already fired her.
Like a proper good CouchCat YouTube mod. She didn't show up.
You don't show up to a mod. Yeah. To be fair, she was at my stepping stream. So
Yeah.
All right, so the next one's from Tio, another YouTube mod. We paid our mods to do this. Just kidding, we don't fucking pay them anything. Tio says, I mean, a win is a win. It's not like this never happened in other competitions. That's a very tame take. I like it. Good job, Tio. Always neutral. But go ahead, CrazyFi.
It's Lace says, nah, in my heart, Babbel is number one this season.
Yeah, and that's Demolition, you know, catching mutes, being, you know, generally being a little troll. He's here tonight.
Yeah, Demo's here tonight. They said that they're they're unmuted now apparently. So good
Yeah,
on them.
yeah, it's a new development. He's out of muted prison like I was. We got the same matching tattoo. We got muted on our neck.
Were you guys cellmates?
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I'm married.
No, what?
What are we talking about? Anyway, moving on.
God.
Don't clip that chat. Don't clip it.
I don't.
So Caveman, I love Caveman, says TSL will beat Babble's best season due to this poll. The only thing TSL needed was the motivation. And so I would like to single-handedly congratulate myself for motivating TSL even further than where they've reached because of this poll. So
Oh, God.
all right.
This is the spicy one. I'm glad I get to.
This is good. This is a good one.
Kink Yo 3251 says TSL deserved to be number one ? LMAO. That's the funniest jokes I've ever heard since I played SMMO. And then I forget who.
Play for fun.
Huh? Yeah.
Play for fun.
Yeah. Who's that? I don't know.
I don't know. They show up to the stream. They're very nice.
I
I
forget
don't know.
their actual username. But they say 36 mil guild exp in a week ain't a joke. That is very
Which is
true.
the 40.
And it's actually like if you do look at reset to reset, which CouchCat doesn't, but if you want to look at that way, it's 40, which is even higher. Hayden or Shadow says, of course it's not, but they were quite far behind. And it's only because of the battle situation that they're number one. I've also heard that they've hired mercenaries or whatnot, which if that's true, then it's kind of like, eh.
We'll touch on that. Well, we have screens to show later. We'll touch on that.
Yeah, and then Kinkyo replies, "Ho, you want to talk
Kenkyo.
about
Kenkyo.
Okay, whatever their name is. Kinkyo.
No.
Ho, you want to talk about number, huh? I mean, ... I don't even remember when they can doing that much number.
Don't read this, dude. It's too hard.
I know. I love it. And that's only half from Babel in a week. So yeah, that's only a joke. And even TSL can doing that much number. They just only be trash second Legion forever. If you want to break down the SGL, TSL only can be number one just because they playing some shitty drama to Babel and even make drama having a hard time in the shitty game. That one's interesting to me. They're
trash second Legion. Oh, mean.
That is a really good name. But like
Lucas says, bro, who is this joke?
but like to say that TSL was the one that made it hard on Babel to play this shitty game? Like,
I know.
What? Like
oh man, they got caught being toxic.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not their fault.
Yeah, it's TSL's fault that Babel got caught being toxic, and so they got sanctioned, so they're losing in the SGL.
Yeah.
Like
oh
come on.
fuck.
Like come on, man. You to say that the TSL is like causing them grief. Like self-inflicted wounds hurt the most.
Yeah. I TSL was so like there were times where Babel and not to be forgotten, Babel I think is our generation, like the newer generation's Death Star. They assumed first. They crushed people to get there.
Yeah.
They paid people to get there.
Yeah.
They utilized their time and resources to get there and stay there. Okay, they stayed there multiple seasons. They might have slipped. I could count on one hand they slipped number one, but that was never a guarantee they weren't going to be number one by the end of the season. They were that good.
Yeah.
But TSL, even recently, because one, the Beazle buff they received when Beazle just randomly disappeared, that was a thing, and it still is. There's a new direction in TSL. Everyone's motivated. I saw QD in chat say it. Everyone in TSL looks to be having more fun than usual this season. There's something to go for, and it shows here. It's like an LCS getting the finals buff. I mean, look at Team Liquid. Okay, I'm side, but
don't even bring them up. Don't do this.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Okay, and just to call them trash second Legion, like, bro, they were up until a couple days ago, just like how Babel up until days ago, a couple days ago, they're the number 1 and 2 guild in the game. This is a huge deal. None of them are trash. One's more toxic than the other. That's proof or proven.
It is proven.
Yeah. Cope all you want, but this take is so like fucking lost in the sauce. I have no idea. Yeah. I hope I'm just glad it happened.
I hope Bombs changes TSL to trash second Legion and keeps it like that for the rest of the season. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Change the name. All right.
I get to read one of the best comments tonight. It's
Yeah.
from Shadow Garden, the Nubius Guild, and no, I'm just kidding. But so here we go, Shadow, and I see. All right, so so personally, they wouldn't be number one without the. I said this take, not hick, dude. What the? Anyway, personally, they wouldn't be number one without the Babel situation. Even though we have the numbers that they were trending. Not only were they snowballing harder than Babel near the end, before the whole thing exploded on them. Anyway, whatever. We have the numbers. Of course, they would still be a strong number 2. Fair, but it would be hard stuck number 2 IMO. They're going to win this season. But to me, it would almost feel as if it doesn't really count. Obviously, if SG were in the same position, I'd be extremely happy. But for TSL to win this season doesn't seem like much of an achievement. Yeah, not much of an achievement earning like 40 fucking mil. Dude, Shadow, what were you? Were you smoking copium here? What is this?
Dude, I think that's a fair comment. It's not like it's aggressive like the Kinkyo over there. It's a fair
Kinkyo?
comment. Like I can respect that comment, you know? It's a valid opinion.
I like Shadow. I just reading this is just like, what the fuck am I reading? Like demo and chat, I don't care. Babel on top. They're on top of something. The fucking spear they laid in the ground.
Oh my god.
Vex says, I'd die if we got 40 mil in a week, my guild. Dude, I would die too. I'd be playing Minecraft like crippled.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I used to play. I used to be a hardcore MMO player. I found this browser game, and then I got crippled. Like I thought it'd be easier. I got crippled.
I need to go to physical therapy with my thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
It's Corvoid. So is Corvoid interesting? I kind of agree in a way. It's soured by the Babel situation.
Yeah,
that's true. It would be so much better. The narrative would be so much better for TSL or TSM. No, I'm just kidding. But if TSL, they got this win because they were trending towards it, right? Mm-hmm. No questions, like no, they bested Babel because it was a head-to-head competition. Even though months of Babel saying, "Oh, we're at war with TSL," I don't even notice. But anyway, like it would look so much better if Babel, didn't get J damned on the fucking forehead, and got put in jail, banned, or dispersed to other guilds. I agree with that sentiment, but I'm not taking it away from TSL. They had the numbers. CrazyFi has shown the numbers week through week. This was going to happen, and for it to happen now within the tail end of the season, great timing, and I'm sure it could happen again. Yeah. If they really wanted to do this, and it probably won't be Babel next season. It'll probably be someone else. It'll probably be, I don't know. I don't know if the Force is kicking in the gear yet, but really it's like Rain Factory, Force, and whoever else, right? But yeah, there's a lot of what ifs and what aboutisms, but at least we have the numbers. At least CrazyFi has been tracking the numbers, and that's what Couchcat's sentiment is like based off of. Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you want to go to Lobster? I love Lobster. Red Lobster, dude, in the chat.
Drop his ad on stream.
Yeah, show his ad. This motherfucker had the balls to ad chat us.
And then he drops his
buying omniponents 50. I don't know if this is a joke or not, but you bastard, Lob. You're such a bastard, dude. But anyway, he's here tonight. So go ahead and read this, dude. Read it very dramatically.
Sure, I'm gonna read his reply. But in my opinion, if Babel didn't have to deal with all that drama, they would have been in first place. But that doesn't mean TSL ain't number one. Not their fault Babel was caught lacking. Facts.
Facts. Very, very level take. Cutie was like, I almost fucking muted the comment. Me too. Elsa is here. Welcome to the stream. She's better than Babel. All right, someone mute Elsa for a year. Fucking these cheese cultists are driving me crazy in this game.
They're spreading.
Our pants are falling off. Okay, so thank you so much for the votes and thank you for the comments. Okay, let's talk about this mercenary business. Okay, more drama is surrounding this #1 placement.
Yep.
I didn't know it existed. But sources dropped by. So apparently people think we utilize mercenaries just to get ahead. I guess it's been a rumor and then it's just being echoed. I will say this, from what sources told me, this is TSL leadership. One, they didn't use any mercenaries. The people who joined, I mean, cuties here in chat, they joined on their own volition. Excuse me, I almost said violation. Volition because one, they're friends and fans of TSL. So there were players who migrated to TSL on their own without any incentive other than they liked TSL and they wanted them to succeed. So that did happen. But to say they have quote unquote mercenaries, which we have real mercenaries in this game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the coolest title you can get. I really do believe that. 100% with confidence, I can say they didn't pay anyone to pull in people into the ranks. And again, they were already trending without the usage of, the friend buff, right? But we have here, and I've linked the most important, the most damning one. These aren't DMs. These are from a Discord, okay? So we have a Babel member here within a guild Discord. I mean, you'll notice the username who's talking to them and probably helped spread the rumor unbeknownst to them. But we have in the flesh Babel members, smoking that copium, spreading the mercenary rumor to further diminish TSL's accomplishment. So we have Felikava here. One, they were having a good discussion about the soul Babel's dead essentially because they got a spear rammed right through their gut. But it's here we go. We're still giving it a shot. It's kind of sad though that TSL is taking advantage of our inability to recruit members while they pay mercenaries to join their guild and PvP for them. One, that was a fucking shot in the dark, it looks like. And two, is TSL not supposed to go for #1 while Babel, stepped on a mine? I don't know. I think they should. And then, Shadow's just here asking about the whole mercenary system, blah blah blah, and it gets cleared up. But there's more messages showing Felikava going, like he says down here, but it kind of seems to be in bad blood to kick a horse, and basically woe is us, and they're using mercenaries to that's the only way they could beat us essentially. So we have this. It's just funny. People were saying classic Babel move, so true. But there is disinformation being spread around. Doesn't really affect TSL, honestly, in the grander scheme of things. Cutie says, if you join TSL in PvP, I'll pay you a kiss on the lips. Probably would dissuade people from joining TSL. I was the only one that joined. Yeah. Cutie, I'm here, brother.